27-year-old Lamar Jackson. We live in a world where young people, maybe I did this when I was young, it's the constant need for affirmation. They go to TikTok. I can mimic a stand-up comedian. I can dance to somebody else's song. I can sing somebody else's song. Look at me. Or every replaceable number 4 receiver on every team gets a first down, and they have to stand up and point. And then there's Lamar Jackson, probably the world's best football talent. 5 touchdown passes, no picks. On Monday Night Football, he has 20 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Outrunning the fastest linebacker you have, and often the fastest safety and corner. Another touchdown, another Ravens win. And then he goes back to the sideline, takes his helmet off, puts his hand in his gear, and he's smiling. He's always around somebody on the team, and he's laughing. He's asking questions. Humble. Not seeking affirmation, not seeking validation. That's the thing. When you're really successful, it's really, really hard and takes you ever to be successful. And he's been doubted and criticized, and he's lost big games. He's just the nicest kid in the world. I don't know how you don't like him. The truly great don't need to constantly, incessantly validate their performance. I mean, Mahomes this weekend against the Niners runs over a player in the end zone for a touchdown. After the game, he jokes about his dad bod. He said, yeah, I just got the best that time. My dad bod. I love that. Shoot that into my veins. Lamar Jackson, one of the great Monday Night Football performances of all time. A dominant play. I mean, it's just insane to me. 5 touchdowns, no picks. You get all the upside. You get none of the downside. You just smiling on the sidelines, humble kid. You know, the NBA season starts tonight, and you'll see these guys with the too small gesture. And it's like, bro, you're an off guard. You sometimes come off the bench. There'll be 240 points scored in tonight's game. LeBron's been in 10 finals. Save the gesture. It's just another basket. It just doesn't matter. The guys doing the too small so often come up too small in the playoffs. You ever notice that? Too small guy? Westbrook does that a lot. Too small guy. And that's why Lamar Jackson is such a perfect player. And that's why he should be the soul of a franchise. Same with Mahomes. He cares about the right stuff. The next win, the next big play, the next divisional rival. It is all windshield. It's no rear view mirror. Never pontificating about a moment, romanticizing the past. It's all about scoring and not celebrating. I mean, this kid he's all about tomorrow and the next play and winning and competing. None of the nonsense you see. And I think we're very lucky in pro sports because most of the great players are about that. But Mahomes and Lamar Jackson really stick out about that. These guys are the world's best at what they do, and they're incredibly grateful and incredibly humble. The only time I ever see Lamar Jackson really upset, really, really emotional. You ever notice this? When he makes the highly infrequent mistake, when he throws the rare interception or he can't pick up a first down, that's when he shows emotion. That's when you see it. Not when he picks up a first down. I mean, he's done that before like everybody, but he's just such a humble, great kid. 23-1 against the NFC. They can't beat him. They literally cannot beat him. He owns an entire conference in professional football. 20 touchdowns, no picks. Grateful, next win. John Harbaugh said after, and think about how many great players the Ravens have had. He's not sure he's ever had a kid like this. Just remarkable. And once again, here's Lamar Jackson after, always about the right thing. Impossible not to like. The soul of the franchise. The NFL is really lucky. I mean, really lucky. Their 2 biggest stars, Lamar and Patrick Mahomes, arguably their 2 biggest stars, have these qualities. I mean, they really are fortunate. All right, let's talk about the other game. I mean, I got 4 more minutes to fill here. Arizona 17, Chargers 15. Here's my big takeaway. I feel bad for Justin Herbert and Kyler Murray, even though Kyler won. Justin Herbert, no run game, shaky O-line, got Jalen Reagor fumbling in the end zone, throws for 349 yards. I mean, Quentin Johnston, boy, he was missed, wasn't he? We're not even sure he's not a bust. He wasn't there. He was missed. His number one target was Will Dissly. No run game, 349 yards. And Kyler Murray, by the way. Thank God they have one stud. James Conner, the running back, just fantastic. But Marvin Harrison seemed disengaged. The rookie again. What's going on with him? Dropping passes, not engaged. That's been hugely disappointing. But between Justin Herbert and Kyler Murray, it is another referendum. Don't chase money in any profession. Chase great ownership. Chase great management. There's so little of it. How many awful organizations are there? The Chargers are better now. They got Harbaugh. But, I mean, Kyler Murray, he makes Arizona interesting. And that's all you can ask for if Michael Bidwell owns your team. I mean, he makes them interesting. I mean, now Herbert finally has the right head coach, and they have two very good tackles. Cross your fingers on their health. But, I mean, there's a way to play them. Just stack the box. Don't let them run. They have nobody on the outside. Quentin Johnston looks like a semi-bust. They have nobody on the outside that can beat you. I mean, there's absolutely a way to defend the Chargers. And Justin Herbert's throwing for 349 yards to a tight end, and it's amazing that he threw for 3.5 football fields. And here you have, I mean, thank God James Conner has delivered for Arizona. The owner doesn't. The front office is hit and miss. Coaches, they're on another one. I mean, I'm watching these guys, and I'm like, I feel bad for these two quarterbacks. And you can say what you want about Kyler Murray in the video game. Here's all I know. He's a great player. But Lamar got Steve Bisciotti and John Harbaugh and the Ravens culture. Now, Lamar's better than Kyler and would succeed at some level anywhere. But Mahomes got the Hunt family and Andy Reid and Brett Veach and now Steve Spagnuolo. I'm not saying if you put Herbert and Kyler in Kansas City and Baltimore, they would be as good. But it'd be closer. Justin Herbert is a lot more talented than Phillip Rivers. But when you watch his career, it's starting to look like the same trajectory. I felt for those guys. I'm like those two quarterbacks. One is the big strapping kid with a huge arm. The other, the smaller guy running around that 44-yard touchdown. Herbert is doing everything he can to pull this franchise up a hill and get over it. By the way, they do have an amazing kicker. They just don't have amazing wide receivers and amazing speed and amazing tight ends and amazingly dependable interior offensive linemen. But they've got a great kicker. And thankfully, they've got Justin Herbert, and thankfully Arizona has Kyler Murray. Push back all you want. They both make their franchise immeasurably interesting, and sometimes that's all you're going to get. And that's sometimes, sadly, all you can hope for.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.